The tree cutter's wife opened the door and said, "Shoo, I don't let anyone in while my husband is not in the house. Go away already," and she slammed the door in his face. Papto was hungry too, and he had smelled the dinner cooking in the cottage while the door was open. He looked around for something to eat and saw a discarded Geflügelburger box on the roof of the cottage. He hoped there might be a Geflügelburger still in the box, but if not, even licking the Geflügelburger sauce from the bottom of the box would be delicious. After quietly making his way onto the roof, Papto found a hole in it through which he could spy on the wife of the tree cutter. Obviously the tree cutter was too lazy to fix the hole. When he peeked through the hole, Papto saw a beautiful table set out with a savory junk roast, clootie fish, and wine. The tree cutter's wife and the county tree censor were seated at the table ready to dine. Now Papto heard the tree cutter lumbering home just then, and so did Mrs. Tree Cutter. The tree cutter was a nice guy, as you would want to meet, but his one quirk was that the mere sight of a county tree censor put him into a fit of rage. And that was why the censor was paying a neighborly visit to the wife, because he knew that the tree cutter was out, and the good woman would therefore fix up the best victuals she had. As Papto watched through the hole, she threw everything on the table into cupboards and drawers and hid the censor in a trunk she used as a coffee table. "What are you doing on my roof?" the tree cutter asked Papto. "You'd better come in and eat dinner with me and stay in my spare room." Papto brought the Geflügelburger box in with him, but kept it out of sight. The wife acted very glad to see them both and set the table and gave them each a big bowl of tory wheat, a great tasteless paste. Papto's mouth watered, thinking about the junk roast, cootie fish, and the other delicacies he had seen. He brought his Geflügelburger box up to his ear and opened and closed it a few times. "What have you got there?" asked the tree cutter. "Oh, that's my Geflügel spirit guide," answered Papto. "He says don't eat this tory wheat. Eat the junk roast, cootie fish, and other things he had a Geflügel spirit hide in the cupboards just now." "Super!" exclaimed the tree cutter, who jumped up and found all the wonderful food which his wife had hidden there, but which he thought the Geflügel spirit had brought forth. The wife of the tree cutter dared not say a word, but put all the food on the table. Now Papto put his box up to his ear again, and opened and closed it. "What's he say to you now?" asked the tree cutter. "He says don't forget the wine behind you in that drawer." So Papto and the tree cutter enjoyed the wine also. The tree cutter wanted to see the Geflügel spirit this guide used to provide these wonderful things. "Can the guide conjure the Geflügel spirit here for us to see?" asked the tree cutter. "I wouldn't be troubled about looking at him. Now that we finished off that wine, I'm kind of loopy." "But of course," said Papto. "This guide does whatever I tell it to do, don't you?" Here he nodded the Geflügelburger box in his hand. "He says yes, but the Geflügel spirit is very ugly. We might puke if we were to look upon it soon after eating."